This you got Tex here, you got Pepper here, and you got Mason. And on the line, we do have Miss Tiffany MacNeil. Hello, Tiffany.
Hi there, Pepper. How are you?
We are doing good. We're just listening to a song.
Yeah, thank you so much for playing that.
We've got more.
Wonderful. I've got more too. I'm still recording, so as soon as I get in the studio, maybe I'll keep sending them to you.
There you go. That works. That works. So what is going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, my neck of the woods is Sonoma County, California, north of San Francisco, and I was with my horse Tango today, hanging out with him a little bit, and hanging out in the mare pasture too, and we've been doing some really good programs up here at a place called Cloverleaf Ranch, working with people, mostly groundwork. I'm not really a riding instructor. I work with people on the ground to help understand horses better, for understanding their own self better, and also communicating and teamwork maybe at work or with their families. So I've been holding some really great programs up here.
All right, and that is part of your True Nature horse programs?
That is right, yeah. I have been doing this work. I started off kind of casually at first, just introducing kids to horses, to rescue horses. When I was working at a hotel, I made it a part of the activities program, and from there, about 8 years ago, it just kept growing and growing, and I found that there were a lot of people who wanted to work with horses but didn't necessarily want to ride or couldn't ride, and so I just kept exploring that, and it's just been great. There's been some wonderful programs and wonderful even organizations that I've worked with.
All right, well, that does sound like a good deal for those, because who doesn't like horses?
I know. Well, what happens, too, sometimes people who are a little bit older, they maybe feel like they missed out on it. They didn't get a chance when they were kids to ride or anything, and then they feel like it's too late. But this is a way that they can still come to horses and still have that experience later in life. So I feel really blessed to be able to, introduce people really of all ages to horses.
Now, what type of courses do you offer?
What type of courses?
Yes.
I thought you said what type of horses.
Oh, well, both. What type of horses and courses?
Well, I work with a couple of different ranches in this area here, and there's a couple different corporations as well. And so they can be really for enhanced teamwork and communication in the workplace, like sometimes for managers or management teams, so they can understand their own communication style, so they can have a more effective workplace. They can kind of understand the nonverbal communication by either working with the horses or even observing horse herds, sometimes even at sanctuaries, and kind of even looking at the wild horse behavior and seeing what we can learn from that. So structuring programs there where they're interacting with the horses, sometimes with exercises, it might include leading a horse or doing some team things with a horse, and sometimes it's observing too. So it can run the whole gamut. It's really great work.
And now, what type of horses?
Oh, what type of horses? Yeah. Well, that really runs the gamut too. Anything from, we've got some black Friesians that we work with, a lot of quarter horses in this area, even some Lusitanos. And my horse, he's Morgan Cross. We think he's Morgan saddlebred. We're not really sure. So we run the gamut and work with a whole bunch of different breeds, just looking really for a good disposition of a horse who can, tolerate lots of different people and people who might not be that accomplished and understand horses yet. Horses that are really calm and generous and kind of giving of themselves work the best, and also horses of every age.
Well, that always works out because you got different levels of folks need to mess with different levels of horses.
Yeah, and it's really nice when you see certain kind of personalities of people connect with certain kind of personalities of horses, and they can learn a lot from each other, even in a day. Some of these programs are only one day long, because sometimes executives can't get out of the office for more than a day. But it's amazing, you see their body language and how they are at the beginning of the day, and then by the end, just their confidence has grown. They're leading that horse around the pasture. It's really amazing to see.
And that always works. That always works good because and a lot of different therapeutic places use the horses as well
Yeah, there's a lot of that too in our county and all around the country. Actually, you know, on I think it was LinkedIn or Facebook yesterday, I saw that Kleenex had even done a commercial with a therapeutic riding center in Texas called Spirit Reins, about a young boy who had had some, you know, depression and some trouble, and in connecting with a wild horse over a period of time, changed his life, changed the horse's life, and so yeah, there's some incredible therapeutic applications, and then the therapeutic riding too for people who have disabilities. So it's amazing. I mean, so many things that horses can do for us, you know.
Always, there's always lots they can do for us. Now, what do you got coming up next? What's your next big adventure?
Well, my next big adventure, I just actually finished a really big adventure up in Canada just a few weeks ago for an organization called Horses Help Kids. I'd written some songs and recorded some songs for them, and we did a little bit of a mini tour. It's kind of a USA-Canadian initiative, and there's a really beautiful horse country up in British Columbia, so that's where they're based. So I went up there, and an artist named Maddie Hudson from California went up there, and she's going to be coming up on American Idol here again pretty soon. She's getting ready for her audition. We went up and did some performances, and that was wonderful, trying to get attention to bringing kind of horses really into the classroom in a virtual way with songs and with art projects, again, for kids who might not have access to horses, like kids in the city and that kind of thing. So just kind of coming off of that, and I've been writing some new songs. I'm looking forward to getting back into the studio. My nephew helps me with all of that. He's down in Hollywood, so I'm pretty lucky. I get on the 5 and I head south to Hollywood, and I get to work in the studio with him, and his studio is Demiurge Sound in Hollywood. And so other than that, I'm working with a local ranch here in Kenwood, which is also in wine country, called Velos Cavalos, to create a new class, an extension of the groundwork classes that I'm doing, and that's called Finding Your Voice. And it kind of mirrors a little bit about my journey, since I really didn't have the chance to be around horses till a little bit later in my own life. And it took me a while to kind of find my own voice, not only what I wanted to say in the world, but to not be so shy to sing it, too. And so I found through this work that there are a lot of people like that. You know, they're shy about really saying what their truth is or what they believe in, and this is a way that, you know, with the power and the strength and the beauty of the horse, they can kind of find something within themselves to be able to speak it out. So I'm doing a class right now that I'm in the process of structuring, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, that's going to be pretty good. You're going to have to keep us informed on that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And keep us going. Now, do you just work here in the States, or do you go overseas?
Well, you know, that is an interesting question. I am a part of an organization called the European Association for Horse-Assisted Education, and they're based in Germany, and they hold conferences all over the world for this kind of way of working with horses. I had hoped to go to Germany this year, but it looks like it might not be in the cards. But I did create a song and a music video for their conference that is coming up in October. And hopefully I will get to go overseas with that someday soon. But really excited about that. I sent you that song, too. It's called You've Got Time Now. So that's another big thing that's coming up with the music video, going to be ready here pretty soon.
Okay.
I'm entering that in the Equus Film Festival, which is a film festival that, of course, is all about horses. And actually, that was how I found you, Pepper, was because I did the music video with Maverick horseback riding in Hutto, and right outside of Round Rock. So that's how I ended up finding you and your show, being that it's about, you know, Texas and about ranches, and we were just there in March of this year.
Well, it all worked out.
Yeah, it worked out really well. I mean, the city of Hutto was amazing. They just totally rallied for us. We got the whole crew from Hutto High School and their video production class, led by Aaron Clough. He's amazing. The students were incredible. The horses were great. Joan Marie McCoy at Maverick Horseback Riding was great. She just kind of talked to me over the phone when I told her my vision about the song and how I felt really that the song had even been inspired by her horse Maverick. So it was a really, really good experience. I can't wait to share it with everybody. It'll be ready probably in about 3 weeks. My videographer, Ariana Victor, is finishing it up right now.
We'll be looking for it.
Yeah, thank you.
We will. We'll keep an eye out for that. And I tell you what, when that video comes out, we'll run it up on the clock right now. But when that video comes out, we'll get you on here again and play the video for the folks.
Oh, that would be amazing. Thank you for that. I just have made one video so far. It is on YouTube. You can find it there under my name.
Okay.
For the song that you just played on your show, the Believe, Believe, Believe song. And,
okay.
I've been really lucky. It's got about 65,000 views already on YouTube and still going. So I feel pretty lucky that there's a lot of people around the world who've had the chance to see that video. It's really pretty. We filmed that one up in Napa Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll check that out and get that out here too. And we appreciate the time, and we look forward to speaking with you again.
All right. Thank you so much, Pepper. You have a good one.
All right. You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. That right there was Tiffany MacNeil with the Nature Horse program.
Kind of like a